We're joined now by Anthony McCarron and J.J. Jastrzemski. I went J.J. Jastrzemski. That's double. That's redundant.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, I'm like Nolan Arenado. I can't even make the throw to first base. But, fellas, you know you're going good when an error by a 9-time Gold Glover sets you up for a 5-run ninth inning. So, J.J., how would you describe the mojo this Mets team has right now?
They have a ton. They're able to get it done when it matters the most. And you think about the sort of at-bats they put together in that ninth inning. Those are the sort of at-bats, Eamon and Anthony, we didn't see from the 2021 team. We didn't see from the 2020 team. Now, I get it. Nolan Arenado makes an error. Gallegos doesn't cover first base. But guess what? You're down to your last strike in the ninth inning, and you find a way to tie the game, then take the lead. Then Nimmo hits the 2-run homer to give you a little insurance. That's what winning teams do. When an opponent is going to give you an opportunity, you run right through that door. That's a hell of a win for the Mets.
Yeah, JJ, when we're writing our think pieces about this 2022 Mets team, we're going to point to games like this. If they've got any success coming at the back end of this season, if they go far, this is one of the games that we're all going to point to later and saying, like, this is where they're showing stuff, like you said, that what they've got inside, all the stuff that Buck Showalter talked about after the game, that this is where they've getting some mojo going, getting some gumption. And look, let's not sugarcoat it, too, though, Eamon. It was a lucky win. I mean, Nolan Arenado is one of the greatest defensive players who ever lived, and he throws a ball away after taking about 37 steps. I don't know what that was about. But and then the pitcher, not only does he not cover, he doesn't even look to
doesn't turn
Goldschmidt
around right
knew, right, Goldschmidt knew that that McNeil was going home, and the pitcher's looking at the ump, shades of David Cohn, blah, 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 and it didn't work out for them, but it sure worked out for the Mets. So give them credit for sticking with it. But they sure got a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, classic shot of Goldschmidt's reaction. He knew even before Gallegos turned that McNeil was going to be safe. All right, we shouldn't be surprised at all that Max Scherzer's dealing. We know his resume. But, Anthony, how rare is it to see a big-time free agent with a huge contract come to this town and dominate right away?
Well, it is, Eamon. I mean, you and I looked up some of the numbers earlier of some of the other guys. Mike Messina, I mean, this is years ago, but I think he was 1-3 in his first month. And some other guys. Pedro struck out 12 in his Mets debut back in the day, but the Mets lost that game. But, yeah, he really seems to have come sort of fully formed, Scherzer, as a New York star athlete. I think that he's the kind of guy who really digs this kind of challenge and has just seized it and has gone crazy with it. And he's giving them a level of expertise, JJ, that they really needed with Jacob deGrom being out. And I think he has really seized that mantle and gone crazy with it. And I mean, it's Max Scherzer, high-level, future Hall of Fame type stuff.
In his hometown of St. Louis, you knew he was going to bowl out. Bottom line, I expected dominant Max Scherzer tonight. That's exactly what you got for 7 innings. Double-digit strikeouts in full command. And you nailed it. With DeGrom not being there, it's nice knowing you have this presence. You have this sort of aura where you expect the guy to go out and dominate every time he touches the ball. That's a great, great sign for the Mets. You have Scherzer. It kind of piggybacks the other guys within the rotation. Hey, we got somebody getting it done. Let's try to follow up what he was able to do. And, look, Max Scherzer, big game. That's who you want on the mound.
Yeah, you guys both mentioned Jacob deGrom. There is news on the 2-time Cy Young Award winner. Both the MRI and CT scan revealed significant healing, so he's going to ramp up his rehabilitation process. So good news all around for the Mets on a Monday night.